as I grew up, I started learning more about how policies affect people. And being somebody who cares about other people, I think that's the big thing. I was devastated after the 2016 election, having young kids, being a Montessori educator. I was devastated. And so one of the things that I wanted to do was do more for people in general. And so I think what really drove me was when Kamala Harris was chosen as the vice president in 2020. Being of South Asian descent, somebody who had a name that I could pronounce, that was very important to me. And I thought, for the first time, here is somebody that grew up with a South Asian parent, and we shared similar values. And what she was talking about, and obviously what President Biden was talking about at the time when he was running, really resonated with me. And so I actually joined a small group called South Asians for Biden. I had always voted, ever since I could first vote, I voted. And my family had always been voting Democrat, and I took that on as well. But then I started learning more, and I matured, and as I grew up, of course I voted when I was 18, but as I grew up, I started learning more about how policies affect people. And being somebody who cares about other people, I think that's the big thing, right? After the election, I wrote postcards for the first time to Georgia to elect John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock in the special elections. And then after that, it just kept going. And I really just wanted to do more. And then Kamala got the nomination, and I did everything I could. I texted, I phone banged, I did all of that. And obviously was extremely disappointed. So since then, all these special elections I'm paying attention to. And I started writing postcards to New Jersey, to Virginia, and doing all of that. And I feel like what I'm doing now is making a difference. But most importantly, I think that my children, who are 16 and 14, are seeing the work that I'm doing and putting those stamps on those postcards for me and seeing that that is important. That is a way to get involved. A little over 8 years ago, I started a Montessori school. So as a head of school, I have a responsibility. I'm not political about what I do. I am a staunch liberal and a staunch Democrat, but I am not political about what I do. But what I want to teach children is about kindness and empathy. It is something that is learned through modeling, from adults in their lives modeling it. And so it's hard to sit down and teach a child what is empathy at a young age. So my school goes from 18 months to 6 years. So these are very young children. And so my goal is to make sure that we are helping children. We're modeling what kindness looks like. We're modeling what empathy looks like. We're modeling what emotional support looks like. And I think that so much of what is missing, unfortunately, with this administration is a lack of empathy. And so when we start young and when we start with the children understanding what it is to care for others, what it is to think about what another person is going through, whether it's a young child not being able to tie their shoes and helping them tie their shoes, or a young child missing their parent when they've been dropped off at school and comforting a child with that. If an older child can start exhibiting those skills, it means that we're headed in a good place. So in terms of why I'm still doing this and why I'm in it for the long run, is for the future. And not only in my own children, my own 2 biological children, but also the hundreds of children